want to share with you a bit of my life story to help you understand where is this model coming from. After working for about 10 years or so, which means I'm talking about 1991, I started working in 81. कुछ clarity नहीं आ रही थी. Multinational में काम कर रहे हैं, IIT आए हैं, earning good salary. I had some 40-50 people reporting to me at multiple levels. I was the regional head regional head for sales for Gillette, heading the western region. So I had moved up the corporate ladder in a very nice fashion. But something wasn't quite right with me. I wasn't able to say what it was. In 1992, when I was 35 years old, I was laid up with a heart attack. So I was in ICU for 3 days, in the hospital for about 10 days, and after that I was recuperating at home for another 20-25 days. 1 month I spent away from work. Now this 1 month that I spent away from work was possibly the best thing that could have happened. Because some questions were already coming. I really had no answers and I probably had no time. Because remember when you are in a sales job, all your time you are running, having these reviews, you have these people in the marketplace, you're going and working with them, sitting and having drinks at dinner with the dealers and distributors. Life can be, from morning till night, it can be a and you have certain responsibilities of the family, etc. as well. So all in all, it was a very full life. I really had no time for myself. So this intervention created time for myself. I reflected a lot about my life. When I started to reflect, really this model started to come to me at that point. And as I went deeper, as I have spent now my years, because that is almost 20 years ago, I have slowly moved my life based on this model. And I find that my life rocks in multiple ways. So for me, the model stands validated first and foremost for myself. Because किसी किताब से पढ़ के just reading it from the theory book, sharing it with you somehow doesn't feel authentic. The interesting thing was that I have gone and read many books after that. Madhur, who has actually worked in psychology, has also read many books. And what we are going to share with you is something which many people are saying in different ways. So to me, that's the background of what is the framework I'm seeing. In order to help us guide our thinking, we need a framework. That's really what I'm giving you today. And my invitation to you is, if we can use this framework today to at least start our discovery journey about ourselves. It won't end here, but it will start here. Hopefully, you will be in a position to figure out ways and means by which over the next few years at least, the answers will emerge far more clearly for you. So the first element of this framework is understanding my thrill. What is my thrill? Thrill is what is it that I love doing. This means what is it that I am passionate about. Very, very simple. And each one of us can be passionate about different things. I remember that when I started my, by the time I was in some 5th, 6th, 7th grade, I realized that I was extremely passionate about teaching. Very few people will teach their younger sisters. They want to run miles away from their younger sisters, saying, "Bhaiya, kisi aur se padha lo, tutor laga lo." I don't want to do that, but I would do that. As I went into my IIT, my notes were available to everybody. I would take painstaking time in helping them with subjects which I was good at. As I went into the IIM, I became a formal tutor. So somewhere this whole passion was very, very evident for me. And later on, as I grew older, I started to realize that it wasn't so much teaching as it was spreading knowledge. What I was really passionate about was spreading knowledge. So, each one of us, I believe, needs to first and foremost understand what is it that we are passionate about. And we will spend some time today helping you understand the word better in a more granular way, define some of the characteristics of what is passion. But right now all I am saying is this is the first. What am I passionate about? The second thing, slightly different. What is it that I am naturally and truly good at? This is my core potentiality. Now I have very deliberately used the word naturally and truly because when we are bright, we can be good at many things. Okay? It's possible for us to pick up things very well. However, there are certain things that you can do very naturally and easily. It doesn't come easily to others, but it comes easily to you. You will often discover people telling you, how can you do this so effortlessly? That's what I have to figure out. What is it that I can do effortlessly? Now, it's possible that I can do this effortlessly, but I have made no investment in developing and nurturing it. So, over a period of time, it has gone into the background. But during my formative years, during my early years, and you guys are pretty young right now, you have a good chance of knowing what am I truly and naturally good at. One thing that I discovered when I was in the IIT, I discovered a few things about myself. I was the editor for Tresonance, which is Hindi. I used to be in dramatics. I got into declamation, just a minute, and dramatics. So a few things I realized was that this whole communication aspect, the ability to stand in public was something I was very natural at. Even when I went into my organizations, I realized that other people would make a lot of effort presentation banane mein, or there is this term that we as students are used to knowing patti hai. So they would be very scared in standing in front of those senior vice presidents and managing directors and delivering a presentation. दोनों हफ्ते की रिहर्सल करते थे, and I would do it in 2 hours of preparation. I only had to focus more on content. I never rehearsed slide to slide ever how, because it was more easy for me to stand up and do it impromptu. So these discoveries I was making as I was growing, as I was evolving. When I came up with this framework, I started looking back at my life, and I could see very clearly what I was good at. And I could see how it was slightly different from what I loved doing. What I loved doing was teaching or spreading knowledge. What I was good at was aspects of communication, presentation, handling public in a sense. The third is, if I understand what am I passionate about, if I understand what I love doing, and I understand what am I truly good at, can I now find what is my drill? And what do I mean by drill? What is that choice of career, work, profession in which both of these can be integrated, in which both of them can come together? So for me, the discovery process is starting from my passion and my potentiality. Now let me tell you, being in the IIM, when I was looking for a job and when many other people around me were looking for a job, how did we look for a job? Yeah, which is a good brand? कौन सी कंपनी अच्छी है? तनख्वाह किसमें ज़्यादा मिलेगी? Right? So what do we start? The criteria that we start to develop starts with the drill first. Which company is going to be good? Which company is going to give me good money? I want to retire by the time I am 30. So it's great for me to earn that much money. Yeah, Facebook is paying 1.3 crores. Why don't I figure out a way of joining Facebook? My life will be great. We start our journey backwards. We start with the drill first. So my invitation to you is, if we can figure out what we are passionate about, if we can figure out what we are good at, truly and naturally, and then we can figure out some options in which these can come together. Please remember that when I started working 30 years ago, the options were very few. Some of the jobs that exist today, the top 3-4 jobs that exist today, didn't even exist 10 years ago. The whole BPO sector, for example, never existed 10 years ago. or 15 years ago. So what you have to remember is that this world is going to change dramatically by the time you hit 2020. Dramatically. And the number of options that you will have at that moment will probably be 10 times more than what we have today. So finding your drill will never be a problem. And you know, if we get time to, if we get over this hump with you when you are in your first year, then we get one. Because you have 3 or 4 years, 3 years to figure out a little bit more. You can always keep focusing on your tests as they say that whilst you are not able to do what you love, you can find ways and means of loving what you do. We talk about that as well. So, and even if you don't exactly love what you do, you have ways and means of working with it at least at an intellectual level. So I am saying that doing well in your exams and making sure that you get the best grades possible. I am not saying one option versus the other at all. वो है, वो करना है. अब IIT में है, तो at least making sure we feel good about our performance. Everyone must do.